Hello again, this is your friendly neighborhood host, JT Wheatley, back for another episode of the History of Comics podcast. This time with another edition of the classics with Batman, Gotham by Gaslight, by writer Brian Augustyn and art of Mike Mignola. This is a classic Elseworlds book that was released back in 1989 that basically took the Batman idea but transposed it into turn of the century, 19th century Gotham City, where a new Batman steps into the scene having to take on what appears to be Jack the Ripper. This is a great story set in the Victorian era, and it's really the big selling point is Mike Mignola's beautiful artwork. This is pre-Hellboy Mike Mignola before he really branched up, but he still looks great. He has a killer Batman. His design is great looking too, as he wears kind of almost an overcoat cowl, making him look more like a detective in this one, and really fits into the Victorian times. And the setting itself is great. I mean, just the concept, Batman versus Jack the Ripper, great twist to the story. And it showed what Elseworlds could really do. Now, sadly, Elseworlds is now called the Black Label, which is still technically the same thing, and still producing some great stuff. Well, look no further than the great Batman White Knight, which, if this show keeps going in a few years, I'll probably bringing that one back up as a classic. But yeah, this comic book, this 1989 comic book, Batman Gotham by Gaslight, is an instant classic, great read in general. And it should be noted that it's a quick read, because if you buy the trade paperback it comes in, which is a good deal from most places, you also get a second story by Brian Augustyn and Edward Barreto that's called Master of the Future, which is also a nod to the Jules Verne sci-fi stories at the time, with Batman taking on a new villain. Still fun, but Mignola's art is really missing. It's more of a clean-cut art style by Barreto. Still, not a bad read, but overall, yeah, definitely pick this up. This is a true classic, and really it set the standards for what Elseworlds can really be. And hopefully, like I said, with the Black Label, they keep going, really pushing in new genres. Because remember, the whole point of Elseworlds and the now Black Label was that a lot of writers and artists that really celebrated said, hey, I would love to write for Batman or Superman, but you guys have this continuity that puts rules that I can't follow. And DC goes, oh, just write the Elseworlds book where you can do whatever you want. And it's worked out great. And Batman Gotham by Gaslight, once again, perfect example. And so definitely pick this up. It is a true classic. And now is July 30th, 2020, time for the favorite comic book of the week, Strange Adventures, number 3, by Tom King and Mitch Gerads, which finds Adam Strange and his wife Alana dealing with the ramifications of Mr. Durfit's investigation into his past while we're going public and fighting back, while also having a neat flashback of when Adam Strange was on Ran fighting for Alana's life. Tom King does another great job balancing with the overall mystery along with that great flashback, because the flashback demonstrates how dedicated Adam Strange and Alana are to each other, thus while they're now backing each other up in this new present storyline, as he's accused of a horrific crime and Alana will not have anything of it, especially as things start being dug up. And it's matched beautifully by Mitch Gerads' artwork, which is a beautiful mix with the fantastic and the noir, which is the fantastic with that, like I said, the fantastic alien scenes on the run with great action and adventure, while the modern stuff dealing with the mystery has this great noir feel to it. Like they're really delving into deep, almost gritty stuff. And what did really happen? Because on the surface, Adam Strange and Alana seem like this good couple and have the right thing, but it may be a neat little double drawn to see where this goes. But so far, this work by Tom King and Mitch Gerads looks to be just as good as their previous Mr. Miracle, and that is an instant classic book as well. You can talk about other books I might be revisiting in the classic editions. Mr. Miracle may be one, and if this series keeps up as good as this was, it may be another one. So yeah, definitely pick up Strange Adventures, number 3 at a local comic book store, and do try to keep supporting your local comic book store in whatever way you can. Most my area, we can just walk right into that. They're required to wear masks, and of course wear masks if you need to, and so forth like that. Follow all the guidelines that whatever your state and local governments are laying down, and wear a mask in general, because by and large it keeps spreading the COVID and stuff like that. But if you can't get into a comic book store, try to order online or do pick up and so forth like that. But yeah, definitely try to enjoy some comic books during these still crazy times, such as Strange Adventures number 3, and of course pick up Batman Gotham by Gaslight, because that is a true classic.